So you might have to get a lot of stamps taken care of over the next couple of days because we're probably not going to be looking at, the best weather tomorrow afternoon just because it is going to be breezy and much cooler out there. But still, things are looking pretty dry. So, of course, today is kind of the last great day that we're going to have, especially going into the afternoon as those highs will be back into the 70s for us. And while most of the rain is going to be falling overnight tonight going into Wednesday, we are going to be drying out during the second half of your Wednesday afternoon. But it's going to be pretty gloomy. It's going to be breezy, and it's going to be much cooler, so definitely a little bit of a bite to the air as you head out tomorrow evening. But until then, things are pretty nice for us this morning. It's been nice to see just a cloudy start to the day. That's been helping to keep things from getting as cold out there. So if you have any plans today, maybe you're deciding if you want to go to your favorite patio spot, get a bite to eat later in the evening, or do something outside, I would say do it today rather than tomorrow because there will be a huge temperature change. Plus, it's going to be dry again today and tomorrow, but more so going into tomorrow evening. It'll be dry, not so much tomorrow morning. So especially something to keep an eye out for as far as this rain, but nothing we're going to have to worry about for us so far today. That'll be slowly moving in. And until then, we're just going to continue to hang out in the low 50s for the most part across much of central Ohio. A little bit cooler out to the east. Notice it's not nearly as warm as what it was, yesterday at this time, or I should say as cold. Compared to what we had earlier this morning, it was much warmer, but we've seen some breaks in the clouds. That has allowed these temperatures to fall a little bit. So a little cooler now out in Cambridge at 37 degrees, 38 in Athens, but still hanging on the 46 in Lancaster, 54 in Delaware, 57 in Marion. Pretty much areas that are closest to this front where we're seeing some of that rain typically is where you're going to find some more of the mild air that is present, especially with those winds out of the southeast. Those will start to show more of a presence for us here in town, where we'll expect to see a few breaks in the clouds going from mostly to partly cloudy, then partly to mostly cloudy skies heading into the second half of the day. But here we are at 1 o'clock. Temperatures back in the 70s for us. So this will be another day where we'll be spending into the mid-70s. Staying cloudy with a little bit of a breeze out of the southeast. That's going to keep things pretty mild for us as we head into tonight. But notice we're not really seeing much of that rain moving in until late tonight, more so into the overnight hours, where we'll see waves of rain coming into town. Some heavy rain, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder before 5 a.m. Then watch as the rain turns pretty scattered. Nothing very widespread, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see another round of some of that rain moving in into the late morning hours before we gradually clear out going into the afternoon. And you don't want to see the rain. It's nice that most of it's going to be through the overnight, but we definitely need it with some of the abnormally dry conditions that we've seen per our latest drought monitor for the state of Ohio. And again, hopefully we can kind of knock down that, but it looks like we will see generally anywhere from a few hundredths of an inch to a tenth to a quarter of an inch, maybe in some of the heavier spots. So not a giant rain event for us, but certainly looks like some that will be helpful, especially with those dealing with drought conditions. But again, tomorrow, it is not going to be as warm heading into the afternoon. We'll flip that 75 for our high today for tomorrow around 4 p.m., where it's going to be more so in line hanging out into the mid to upper 50s. So staying on the cool side for us as we head into Wednesday. And again, most of that rain falling into the morning hours, drying out into the afternoon. Staying pretty cool as we head into the end of the week. 58 on Thursday. Temperatures in the low 40s, so pretty chilly for our mornings as we head into the weekend. But things looking nice and dry to start for your Halloween weekend, but we are going to be tracking some rain chances Sunday into the day on Monday, where it looks like we could be looking at some rain in spots. Something, again, we'll keep a close eye on for you. Otherwise, staying cool through your 10-day forecast.